It's feeling like we're stuck in a bit of a time warp these days. Chimney and windows, and chimney and windows. But we're trying not to stress about what feels like very little progress. This time period in our life is dedicated to building our house. So when it feels like it's slow, well, what else do we have to do? And although it feels like we're moving slow, we're actually starting a major project. We're working on the big, scary windows. As we start up this huge part of the build, we realize a harsh reality. Problem is, we're gonna have it exposed all winter long. So we shift gears and it leads us to a major win.
We're getting a fireplace.
Follow along as we build our cabin in the woods and cross your fingers we're doing it right. I hope the house doesn't fall down. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a moment of the build.
And you're gonna push on this and push it back.
1, 2, 3. Oh, watch the fingers.
Okay?
Now we're done. Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like it should go. It just looks like it's
Yeah.
needs a little bit of persuasion.
And that's the part that's going to connect to the box. Got
I think
the
I
ring.
got it. I think I just got it.
Or does it connect to the stove?
This part goes up there to the box.
Okay. All right. So I know we keep going back and forth between chimney and windows and chimney and windows. And guess what? We're gonna do it again. We got our wood stove moved into place yesterday. We have our chimney installed, but we need 2 more feet of tubing or piping.
Chimney pipe.
So we got that ordered. It'll be here tomorrow, I think.
We need one more 24-inch section for our chimney pipe so that we can be 2 feet above the peak of our house by code. And we didn't order that. So that's on the way, should be here tomorrow. And we also need a different flashing and some high temperature silicone. So we're waiting on some supplies, and in the meantime, we're gonna get back to the windows, and the first step to do that is
Sheathing.
sheeting. We need to sheet the front of the house on the prow front so that it's ready to accept our big windows.
Yeah, and we're not just working on windows. We're working on the big, scary windows on the front of the house.
Yeah.
Because we need to get them done, because we got to get the man lift out of here. It's going on 2 months, and if any of you have ever rented heavy equipment, it's spendy.
Yeah.
So we need to get that expense out of our life.
Yep, and we're hoping we have dry weather until looks like Saturday afternoon.
So for 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days. And we're hoping that we can get the sheeting done and the windows in. And really the stovepipe should only take a couple hours once we get the materials we need.
Yeah, I think that'll be super easy. So we're gonna keep taking you guys along for the ride.
Yeah, and are you gonna carry it?
Okay, for purposes of man lift maneuverability around our work site, we've decided we're gonna do half of our prow front, get it sheeted, get it sheathed, and then get the windows in place on that half, and then we'll move the man lift around to the other side of our house and get that done. So if you're watching and you're wondering like, why are they only doing one side? That's why. It's kind of a pain to move the man lift back and forth around our house site.
You did a great job, Sarah.
It's a bouncy boy. I hope the house doesn't fall down. Still standing.
Fall down. Where are all these supposed to go?
They string the two headers together.
Yeah,
on
but there's
each side.
4 of them.
Yeah, so 2 goes on each set of headers.
Yeah?
Yep. That's what the plans say. That's what the plans say. I really like those glasses on you.
It's the way I roll.
Almost there. Taking a time lapse of us, though. I mean, we've got documentation of those being up there.
Okay.
Oh no!
What? Can you snap that? Push in on that.
good over here? We have finished sheathing the first half of our prow front. We got done with it and Ryan said,
maybe we need to put up house wrap.
yeah, the log cabin manufacturing company that we're working with, they said, you don't really need to put that up because it's not that much plywood showing. And once you have your sills all in place and the tape of the windows in place, it should be good. Problem is, we're gonna have it exposed all winter long and into the spring, and probably won't get that front of our house completely finished until the summer.
Yeah, so it'd be really nice to have a protective barrier over that plywood so that the sheeting isn't getting ruined over the winter. And it's never gonna hurt to have a little bit of additional moisture protection
Yeah.
in the front of the house. So
Totally.
I think we're going to appreciate the extra care in the future. It just sucks that we have to kind of like think about it now.
Stop and slow down. But we were like, let's take advantage. Our kids go to school each day, so we're usually doing most of our building when they're in school. So we're gonna finish up the chimney piping inside the house.
Yeah, and then
Ryan can finish up the storm collar while I'm going to get them, and I think
We'll
our
be done.
chimney pipe will be done. So we're gonna finish something here that's requiring the man lift, and it is a project we've been just whittling away at. It's frustrating, but because we're not finishing stuff, but it just is what it is, and we always remind each other like, this is what we're doing. Like
Yeah.
this time period in our life is dedicated to building our house. So when it feels like it's slow, well, what else do we have to do?
yeah.
Gotta build a house.
And I just got off the phone with our good friend Cameron, you'll remember, that helped us with doing electrical and doing a lot of the framing and the prow
floor
front.
joist for our loft. He's helped with so much stuff.
And he might be able to come and help us on Sunday with installing the big windows.
The
So
big scary windows.
yeah, so cross our fingers. We're trying to get everything all sheeted and just be ready so that if we do get some help, we can get as much done as possible.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome. So hopefully it's like we get to see a lot of stuff. It's like it's been slow progress, but we're really hoping that all of a sudden it'll be like big progress
Bam.
and major things accomplished.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we'll get to work. Much better.
There should be so we'd have it like this.
Move it.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have to move it a little bit.
So I kind of wonder if we want to push it all the way down first.
That's kind of what I was wondering. I don't really have a hold on it, just so you know. I have a hold on the bottom pipe. Oh wait, you have to go to your right. Okay. Okay, there you go. That's good.
Finally got our last couple of parts in that we needed for the chimney pipe installation. You can see up behind me, we have about 12 feet of chimney pipe up there. And I got the storm collar in and our high temperature silicone. So I'm gonna take the ladder up there, take off that temporary storm collar made out of that plastic sheeting. And I'm going to put in the storm collar along with the high temperature silicone. And then we're just finishing up the last few screw holes that you saw Sarah and I working on, and we'll be ready to start up the wood stove and try out the fireplace. So we're really excited, looking forward to having this project completed and getting rid of that man lift. So let's see how it goes.
When I wake up in the morning, drinking coffee, oh my broken trees are dancing to the whistle of the wind. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. When it's dark, light my way. Bless my heart, Lord, bless my day. I had a hard time, but you've always been around. Please don't leave me, Lord, stay around. From the cradle to the grave, you give me everything. I've got it all. Oh, your light is shining, and I'm thankful every day. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. From the cradle to the grave, you give me everything. I've got it all. Oh, your light is shining, and I'm thankful every day. Lord, I'm thankful for everything.
We're getting a fireplace. All right, I think it's installed.
Yay!
What's wrong with you? Perfectly level.
All right, the wood stove is finally installed. Ryan is actually off finding some kindling and wood to light the first fire in it. It's so nice to have a project be done.
Thankful every day. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. Lord, I'm thankful
Fire already.
for everything.
Okay, we're getting our first burn on the fireplace going, and it doesn't look like much, but that's intentional because we need to. There's a specific break-in period on the stove here. The first two fires need to be slow rise, slow burn, and only get up to about 200 degrees and burn for about 20 minutes there. And then the third one we can burn at about 500. And then we can feel free to make them as big as we want. So I'm having a little kindling fire here, and it's kind of cool to see our fireplace burning. It's been quite the install with trying to figure out the different stovepipes and the different connections, but it's really rewarding to see it working, and it's going to be even more rewarding once we're dried in and we can start heating the place up.